Let's go.
So, Mark, the big news. It's Mark and Diane from Real Estate News and Views. And the big news is that Toronto saw a huge increase in the month of July, and so did a lot of other areas.
Yeah. Is it my look at it, is it a blip? If we have 3 or 4 months that are continuous going up, okay, we're onto something. But how many times have we seen a blip in the market, right? But in saying that, we did see people kind of, move to property purchasing, right? We saw it in our own market.
Not really.
Some,
Our market went down.
I'm not talking about that it went down or went up, but I've had clients that going, you know what? Wow, that's the right price. We should go look at that now. And that's what we're seeing a bit in
I'm
the
getting a lot more calls.
Right.
I am getting a lot more calls and a lot more interest right now, but I'm still getting a lot of people that haven't sold.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's, showings are you get a showing today and you're listing, I think you're doing well.
I
You
know
get
nobody's getting showings.
right. You're getting 2 or 3 in a week, you're doing something right. It's either price or presentation, good neighborhood, it goes on and on. But the majority of them aren't getting traffic to
Well, and you know what everybody thinks, and it is kind of true, is that if the market around us gets better, it usually kind of filters through, right? So I wanted to check, and I did a little exercise to see what the markets around us are doing.
Now let's pull up. Before we pull that up, let's definitely do a shout out. Like this information, definitely subscribe to the channel for more information on the Barrie Simcoe real estate market. And got a couple links in the beginning of our descriptions. Click them if you're interested in home valuations or looking to buy in this community. And in this video, we're going to go through all those numbers that Dan talked about to see how they kind of affect our market in general. And probably go through some inventory levels.
Yeah. So I was actually a little bit surprised because it was all over the news and everything about this big increase, right?
Yes.
So in Durham, which is like Clarington, I think it's Whitby, that Oshawa, that whole area to the east,
Yep.
there was in June. So I did a 2 month thing, right?
Okay.
So in June, there was 800 sales in 2024 in Durham.
Okay.
In 2025, there was 744, so they were down 7%.
Okay.
Now in July, this is where it becomes a little bit misleading if you're only going out over July, right? Because
Yep.
in July, they had 696 sales in July of 2024.
Yep.
In July of 2025, they had 756. They were up 8%,
Right. Yeah.
but they
That's
were down 7% in June.
the thing, right? If we go back and peel that onion back a bit, it's really at the end of the day, it really comes to where we are year to date, right? When we see, consistently, we didn't see this in our marketplace in Simcoe County, but markets down south saw some decent changes in their marketplaces. We have
Well, and so in Durham, in the first 6 months, right? So this is a better kind of measuring tool because it's not just 1 month. So for 6 months in 2024, they were at 4,331, so 4,331. In 2025, they were 3,697. They're down 15%.
right. What are we down in our market? 13 or 14% year to date in Barrie. So really, we're look
No, no. So let me keep going.
Simcoe County.
Muskoka, okay, was down in June. There was 172 sales in 2024, 158 in 2025. They were down 9%.
Okay.
In July 2024, 150, 186 in July 2025.
Nice ball.
In the Muskokas, that's a 19% increase,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But over a 6 month period, in 2024, there was 740 sales. In 2025, only 562. They're down 24%.
Okay. Yep.
So they have a lot to make up.
And they're not going to make it up.
They're not going to make it up.
None of these categories. Maybe Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. So Peel is Brampton, Mississauga, I think Halton, that whole area to the west.
Mhm.
June 2024, 822. June 2025, 778. They were down 13%.
Okay.
Okay, in June.
Okay.
July 2024, 689. July 2025, 792. They were up 13%. So it's a wash, right?
It's a wash. And in saying that, with there's lots of cities in these surrounding counties and areas that could be doing good, and the other ones could be doing bad.
Yeah,
It's
so in that's another thing I want to say. So in those little areas, right? What happens is you're going to have little pockets that do really well. Like
correct.
say Mississauga might be doing really good and Brampton's not in
Correct.
Peel, or Caledon is in Peel as well. They could be doing really well and Brampton could be doing crappy, right? And in every market, it's like little pockets are doing well. But the overall number still, and I'll share it with you again. The overall number in Peel, 4,665 last year, 3,752 this year. So they're still down 20%.
Those are big numbers. And
They-
in saying that too, what are we seeing consistently in inventory levels?
Way
Not
high.
high,
Like everybody is way higher. That's a given.
double
Everybody.
double digits high.
Yes.
More inventory than we've seen in 10 years.
Yes.
Okay.
And last year, just for, people's benchmark, like what we're actually comparing it to 2024 last year, which was apparently the worst year in 25 years.
Yeah, now 2025 is going to take that crown.
Yeah, because now it's even worse. So Simcoe, which goes all the way from Bradford up to Midland, over up to Aurelia, and Barrie's included in that. June 2024, 759. June 2025, 706. So we were down 7%.
Okay.
July, 710 in 2024. 2025, 699. We were down 1.5%.
Okay.
We're the only in central Ontario here, like from what we're looking at. And these are basically the areas that kind of affect us. Sarnia and Windsor don't affect us.
We don't. We're not
Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, it doesn't affect our market. These markets actually do, because a lot of these people move here.
correct.
They
Correct.
do.
Yes.
So we're the only one of all the regions that actually went down in July. Now it was only 1.5, but everybody else saw an increase in July. We did not.
Yep.
First 6 months, 4,240 in 2024, 3,270. We're down 23%.
Okay.
So us and Muskoka are the biggest two drops in the 6 month period.
Yes. Yes.
Toronto, June 20. Now these are all freehold, okay? Just
Yeah.
another thing I want to explain to people. I didn't do the condo market.
I don't think I would have done it anyway.
Well, Mark, you can't because Muskoka doesn't have a lot of condos.
Oh, no, no, I agree. I
And even in Simcoe County, how many markets have a lot of condos?
well, they're all
Barrie,
we got some good inventory here. We got
Bradford doesn't have a big condo market.
no,
Wasaga Beach has a little bit.
a little bit.
Aurelia has a little bit.
Yeah. It's no
So I
freeholds
tried to do apples to apples, just all freeholds, right? Because
makes sense.
it doesn't make sense to include Toronto would have 5 million condos, right?
In this market they do.
Yeah, exactly. So Toronto in June 2024, they had 1,090. In June 2025, 1,209. They were up 16%.
Yeah.
Now in July, 884 in 2024, 1,044 in 2025 of July, they were up 15%.
Yeah.
So we saw 2 months of big increases.
Yep. And my question
But
will, with that being the largest market in this group, we wonder if we will see any spin-offs of that. Will people, again, why are they driven to Simcoe County to buy? We know why. Home affordability compared to their markets, right? Will
exactly.
that buyer come up to Barrie? We're not seeing it right now. We haven't seen it in a year and a half in a sense. Some are, don't get me wrong, some are. But look at the steady progression over the years, how much that buyer was moving into this community. Numbers were
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only people that were buying for years, right?
years.
So in the first 6 months, though, they had a 5,814 sales in 2024, 2025, 5,573. So they were down 4% overall as well.
I think they're going to make it. I think they could come out of this out of this year in a positive way. It won't be big. It's far to say things are changing, but if the biggest market, you know, in this country is changing, hmm, maybe we're onto something. I think it's too early to tell right now. What's Vancouver doing? Another big market. I don't know. I don't follow it,
No,
but
I don't know either. But I thought I was talking to a client and he mentioned this, right? And I thought, I'm going to look and I want to look more than just 1 month because, and you and I have talked about this many times in the past, 1 month isn't really reflective. And it's like, it's the same as when you get one house on a street that sells for $1 million
yep,
and then nothing else can sell for $1 million. Like there's always the unicorn, there's always that one off.
yep,
And it's like when you do averages, you get rid of the lowest and the highest, right? Like to try to get a proper number.
yep.
And if the biggest markets are turning, then that matters to us. Like,
It affects us greatly, right? It affects us because, you know, we're not seeing Barrie people buying in Barrie a lot. We're
no,
not. We're not, right? That customer base is coming from other markets, right?
it is.
We're seeing Barrie people, again, yes, there is still people buying in Barrie that live in Barrie that want to trade up. Yes, that's going to be the fact. But the majority of those numbers are out of town people. We see it in our culture in the community. We see it, right? We see it all the time. So it's
Well, and
more diverse.
and the more south you go, the more that's evident. Meaning in Innisfil, they're nearly all Toronto.
It's all North York.
It's
Yes.
all Toronto. Bradford, same thing,
Same thing. It is.
right? They're a lot heavier in Toronto people
Yes.
than we are in Barrie,
Yes.
and we're heavy in them.
100%.
Even agents selling in Barrie now.
Yep.
When you and I started, how many Toronto agents actually were selling houses in Barrie, like putting up a for sale sign?
Not many.
And
Now,
that,
it's funny, how much this market has changed with agents in a sense, right? It's
yeah.
massive. We can look at the board and we can pull up 50 listings, and I guarantee 40 of them are going to be listed from out of town agents.
Okay, so listen, last year, didn't your brother do a little, um,
Oh, yeah, he did it, but it wasn't last year, it was in 2022. So I got him to go through all the transactions. I think I did it for the full year. It took us a little while to do it. We wanted to see what kind of influence is happening in a market. Who's got and I knew the answer, but in a sense, but I wanted to see how much of that influence from Toronto agents doing business up here, who had the biggest pie. We look at the bigger teams in the community that have, 10 years ago, let's face it, they were doing more volume than they were today. in the last 5 years
Hmm.
because that Toronto influence hasn't come up here yet. As soon as it hit. So anyway, long story short, they were doing 21 to 22% of the market. That's huge.
And that's
None
selling
of
and
those,
buying.
right? None of those teams came close to that. They were like 10 to 13%. And then individual agents go down the way. So the whole climate of this real estate market in Barrie, when it comes to agents, has changed greatly.
Totally.
We've seen it.
Yes.
We experience it all the time,
All the
right?
time.
So, that's
Because the thing is, what happens is if I bought with you, if you're a Toronto agent and I bought with you, now 2, 4, 5 years down the road, I want to sell.
Mhm.
If I liked you and I was very, comfortable with the transaction, I was happy, they're calling them back.
100%. 100%.
And now they're reselling that property for them up here.
Yep. Yep.
So you're going to see more and more of that, obviously.
It's not going to slow down. I don't think that's ever going to change, right?
No. And I remember when we started out, the big way, like a lot of the bigger agents were furious because Toronto was starting to sell and bury.
Well,
And you know what I used to say to Mark about that? Well, you have no issue when when they're coming and bringing their buyer here,
yes.
and
Yes.
you're getting way over asking,
Yep.
right? There's bidding wars, they're paying more money than anybody else. You
Yeah.
love that.
100%. Hmm.
But then but if they're selling, they're pissed off.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You can sell, and there's, you know what I mean? Anyone with a real estate license can sell anywhere in Ontario.
Yeah,
I, under that banner, can go sell in Sudbury. I can go down and sell in Durham. I can go sell down in Toronto. But I don't know those markets. So I'm not going to go do it. That's just me.
yeah.
I can make some decisions in smaller markets like Aurora, Newmarket, and navigate that data and, call a few friends that sell down there. But other areas that are big and that I don't know about, and I know they don't know, I don't have the backup or the knowledge, or they don't have it. I just refer back.
Well, if you do sell, I've sold in Kearney, and they actually interviewed 3 or 4 agents there, and they hated them all, and it's pretty far. And they bought with me in Aurelia, and they said, Diane, could you just do it for us? Like, I sent them a couple people, and they didn't like them at all. Like they just didn't. Yeah. So I said yes, but if you are going to take that listing, you have to be ready to go and show it, to do an open house. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
I take it, I'm doing it
100%.
because you
100.
have to.
You have to.
And you see a lot of Toronto agents here don't do that.
No, they don't even put sold signs on.
They don't put sold signs.
No.
That drives me crazy because then clients are driving by and they're like, "Oh, Diane, this house is for sale." And I look, "No, it's sold."
Yeah.
Just they didn't want to drive up and put the sign on.
No, I know. It happens, right?
Yeah.
Anything?
So Simcoe County, so Toronto looks like it's probably going to be okay, right? That's what we're thinking. And hopefully it's going to help us. Like that's the hope.
But
Now, York,
I think it will here's what I think. I think if Toronto and these bigger marketplaces, Montreal, Vancouver, Toronto, start doing some more numbers, I think it's going to change the sentiment,
yes,
the overall market.
it's going to change the confidence.
Right, it is. Do I think that this number here is going to drive the Barrie and Simcoe real estate market? No, I don't. Do I think areas like Peel, Durham, York has more influence with the Simcoe County market? Because those people living in Toronto, they want to be in Toronto. Let's face it.
Okay, listen, I was just going to say the exact same thing as you're about to say, or you just said. The York and Peel are the two biggest areas that come here.
Yes.
Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Aurora, even
Yes.
Bradford people,
Some. Yes.
and Peel, Brampton, that area. Because if you buy near Angus or you can go down, you can go back roads. You don't have to follow the 400
You don't have to.
to go to that area. Where if you're going to Durham, you got to do 401 all the way across 404. It's a nightmare getting across there.
Nightmare.
So Peel and York are the two biggest that really buy up here.
Yes.
And Peel is doing crappy.
Yes.
And York, so June 2024, 866. June 2025, 812. They were down 6%. July 2024, 738. July 2025, 846. They went up 13%,
Hmm. Hmm.
which isn't bad. Like if you said to me, "Oh my God, Diane, the sales this month went up 13%," wouldn't that give you right away the a little bit of confidence? Like, oh my gosh, the market's turning. Like
And
that's what it sounds like.
it could be turning. We don't know yet, right? We don't know. If we have consecutive more data to look at down the road, we can say it. But I'm not confident saying to viewers say that the market is turning. If we come back and report these numbers in 3 months from now, okay, we're starting to see some changes. Here's why.
Well, listen, the first 6 months for York,
It's not good.
no, 4,996 in 2024, 3,939 in 2025. They're down 25, 21%.
And that's, you know what I mean? Look at Simcoe. We're all in that double digit with a two in front of it, mainly,
Yeah,
except for the Toronto and Durham.
I know. Everybody else is horrible.
Right. So,
And Muskoka ends up being the worst. The
well,
recreational properties,
not selling.
oh, Mark,
They're not.
they're horrifying. I
They're,
I've been seeing up in the Ramara area right now, like little waterfront properties, waterfront,
yeah.
little lakes,
Yeah.
for $500,000.
Yeah. And they're sitting there. I know. Where a couple years ago, God, you couldn't find one.
During
Listen,
listen, during COVID,
that was an eight.
oh, people were going crazy for those kind of properties, right?
Crazy. And
Now
we're
it's
making a ton of money too on them. People that could do short-term rentals. Listen, I got to fly,
yep.
but thank you for putting that spreadsheet together. I think it was valuable information to the viewers, and thank you for that. It's good to look at other markets, what they're doing. I think we should do a regular monthly thing on that. You know, it just keeps, seeing how it influences and see what surrounding markets. I thought it was well done.
Well, and I think we need to know what's happening around us because
Important.
that's where the buyers are coming from.
I agree. I agree. Okay.
Okay, perfect. See ya.
Right. See ya.